An important tool in an organization's drive towards successful operation is communication, the mutual exchange of information. Accordingly, operation documents are crucial as the evidence of that exchange of information towards an organization's success. Documents produced during the operation are usually kept for the record by the organization for a certain period of time. Retention of records is a tool that can be used to follow the organization use and storage of documents. With limited storage space but ever-increasing amount of operation documents, organizations always find that there is no space to store documents. Accordingly, dead documents or records that are no longer in use must be dealt with. While some unnecessary documents can be destroyed, others are valuable for the organization or the community or the country and should be preserved in a sustainable manner. The preserved documents thus can become very important in the future, a testimony to the nation's history and development. According to Article 7 of the 2013 National Archives Act, government agencies must submit their operation documents or any valuable documents under their care, providing that they have historical, educational, or research values to the National Archives. Government agencies must develop their retention of records plan in order to keep track of their operation documents. The plan should be made according to the criteria and methods established by the Director. According to the 1983 Office of the Prime Minister's Regulation on Records Keeping, as well as the 2005 revised version within 60 days. After the end of a calendar year, the officer in charge of records and documents must compile a list of the dead documents to be destroyed for that year. That list should then be submitted to the department-level executive to set up a committee on the destruction of dead documents. The list should also be sent to the National Archives to be considered by the Director. If the National Archives agrees with the destruction list, it will notify the organization that the dead documents on the list can now be destroyed. If the National Archives decides that the documents should be kept, the organization must follow the procedure according to the retention of records. Dead documents 20 years of age or older that are on the destruction list, which are considered worth keeping by the National Archives, should be deposited at the archives. After checking the state of the documents received, the National Archives will issue a letter of acceptance. The deposited documents will be fumigated as a precautionary measure against bugs, then stored at the National Archives. After that, the National Archives will set up an evaluating committee consisting of representatives from the organization as well as multidisciplinary experts in order to assess the deposited documents' value and historical evidence. Documents deemed worth keeping will be transferred to the archival acquisition process, while those that do not meet the evaluating criteria will be destroyed. The documents, now considered archival documents, will then be classified and arranged according to the work structure and procedure of the original organization. The documents will be coded, named, and filed, while its temporal coverage will be studied. Search tools will be created in the forms of document catalog, card catalog, or archival database. The documents themselves will be stored in acid-free files, fiches, or boxes in order to prevent deterioration. Finally, the archival documents will be deposited at the storage facility with controlled temperature, humidity, light, and pest control. The facility is protected by security and fire safety systems. Appropriate storage furniture will be provided, together with regular inspection of archival documents. Documents in poor condition will be sent to the restoration and preservation staff in order to return them to its most original condition. Archival documents are also transferred into other media, such as microfilm and digital files, in order to minimize actual handling of original documents as well as providing easy access by readers. Readers can get access to the archival documents by visiting the National Archives as well as by exploring through exhibitions, publications and talks that are frequently organized by the archives. This is the story of how daily operation in organizations and our society is constantly recorded into documents, the most valuable and significant of which would be selected and processed into our nation's heritage of information to provide historical evidence for the generations to come.